I can't blame him if that were the case. That's a hypothetical, allegedly, not even allegedly. Laura Loomer's crashing out a little bit. You see why I rock with Laura. She's a Zionist, but she's crashing the hell out. Laura Loomer, the reason why she's crashing out, in my opinion, allegedly, maybe, probably, could be, might be. I think she's crashing out because she didn't get the binder and the job. There's no one that's literally no one that's more pro-Trump than Laura Loomer. And it's just coming from her heart, in my opinion. Straight from the heart, at risk. I've been a supporter of Laura Loomer for quite some time. She was on InfoWars. She reminds me of, at the time, she reminded me of Sav Hernandez, but with kind of more authenticity. No diss to Savs, but she doesn't take any risks. Risk taker, fire starter, courage. Always respected her. Remember, she locked herself up to Twitter headquarters, I believe it was. I like Laura Loomer. Probably the only Zionist that I could even say I really strongly support and like. I think maybe literally the only one I can say that about. And I think she's crashing the hell out on Trump and MAGA right now. Pam Bondi blocked Laura Loomer. You see that? That's a pretty big deal. So I think she's crashing out because after the election, now Caroline Leavitt has been the best. I've said it before. I'll say it again. This isn't about whether I agree with Trump or not. I mean, just analyzing her performance, she's the best press secretary I've ever seen of my lifetime. I don't know the ones before my lifetime, and even some of the early ones I don't remember because I wasn't following closely enough. The ones I remember, she's the best by far. And Jen Psaki might be the second best, believe it or not. But I think so. Laura Loomer wanted the press secretary job, long shot, I know, but maybe a deputy. I don't know if they have deputies or what. Some type of job in the administration. I don't think that's asking for too much. Number one, no one was more ride or die hard than Laura Loomer. Why wouldn't you give her a job? The only reason you wouldn't give her a job is other people are scared about what she's going to say. That should have been a Trump decision. Trump should have said, I need a fire starter in here. I need somebody who's not afraid to tell me when my shit stinks behind closed doors. And then number two, if we bring her on board on the payroll, she can't say anything negative. If I make my money off of Donald Trump, obviously I can't be negative against Donald Trump. Tim Pool makes his money now off Donald Trump. He's completely wackadoo at this point. He's part of Con Inc. I'm not going to blame him. He makes his money off of Trump. I'm not making money off this. I'm not knocking my employer. That's just not going to happen. You do that, you get fired, and you should. So you could hire on a Laura Loomer so you don't have to worry about a Laura Loomer. That's part of the reason. So there's so many reasons why you would hire on a Laura Loomer. At least give her a chance. If you need to fire her, you can fire her. So she didn't get the job. I mean, nobody was ride or die more, other than maybe the Dilly Meme team. Who was more ride or die? Who had more impact? She didn't even get a sniff. They kicked her off the plane after, when she was flying on the plane for a little bit. That's when Trump rebounded. So you think it's a coincidence that Laura Loomer got involved, Gripper 2 was going on, and Trump all of a sudden got better during the campaign like a snap of a finger. And then they kicked Laura Loomer out because they didn't want Trump to see she's the number one vetter out there. She's the spokesperson. She's the one you want running the White House Twitter account. Why isn't Laura Loomer running the White House Twitter account? So Laura Loomer's looking at that. And then the binder stuff was a setup, so she didn't want that. But it's just more of a respect thing. And you didn't even call me to sit at the table? You call these leftists, not leftists, but you call these weak people, this Chad Prather, and who else was there? Some people, I don't even remember their names. I mean, Scott Pressler's a beast, and I still support Scott Pressler, I still support Scott. I know, well, I guess he's a Zionist too, but I don't like him like as much as Laura, but I respect Scott a lot, even though he had that misstep with I don't want to get into it. So Laura Loomer's looking at the table. Wait, what? Nobody called me? I haven't even, I support Laura Loomer. I supported Pam Bondi and I vetted her. I know all the skeletons in the closet and I still ride or die. You didn't even call me? You didn't even tell me, hey, Laura, we're going to set up these Zionist influencers. They're going to look like a fool. It might look like we didn't invite you. Don't worry about it. It's actually a good thing. Laura wouldn't have crashed out. I guarantee it to you. Allegedly, maybe, probably. So Laura Loomer's looking at this like, wait a second, this is too much now at this point. Fuck you, all of you. It's all coming down. If I were with the White House, I'd go talk to Laura Loomer because it might all be coming down because it's not getting better. What's going to bring her back in the fold? You're going to have to get her on the payroll. I don't think there's any. But my point with the whole rant is, you get her on the payroll, she's not going to be crashing out. Who's going to be crashing out? If you put Jeremy on the payroll, Laura on the payroll, who else is there? I don't think Candace would take the payroll, and she's not really crashing out like that.